Hello everyone, welcome back to another day, another video, another challenging day. So, again, today I'll be speaking on different topics. Let's change the genre today. It was under general category till now. Let's do it in professional, maybe. Let's try what comes up. Okay, so this is the first phrase that I got. How do you handle disagreements with a team? Yeah, when you are sitting with your team or working with your team on any particular topic, it is for sure that you are going to get disagreements, and I believe it is a good thing because if we have disagreements within our points, so we would try to make it in a way or do or make solutions or come out of it in a way that everyone agrees to it, because everyone has now come to a same page and agreed on the same pointers. So it is definitely going to work well for the whole team. So how do you handle disagreements? First, what you can do is instantly put your ideas in front of everyone and try to explain your point of view, and then you open the discussion and you yourself ask for different views on these ideas. What when that happens is your team feels that yes, you are open to the discussion and you are open to disagreements in a positive way, so they would be willing to understand your point of view much better instead of throwing it out completely and making their point the best one instead. So in their mind they will believe that yes, you have said some points, they are very positive points, but in some areas those could be improved. Now, the disagreement which could have happened if you had not opened that forum for discussion, now that disagreement has converted into a constructive conversation or a positive or very insightful conversation where you get to know about different point of view from different person's eyes. So that is very important while dealing with disagreements. I think I've explained it pretty well. Yeah, I think we can move on to the next topic now. How do you approach learning new skills? So, when I'm learning new skill, let's say if I have attended one class and they have given some notes at the beginning of the class itself. So, what I do is instead of taking a quick scan of the notes, I sit quietly and wait for the speaker to come on the stage or take the control of the room and start speaking and explaining the topic from scratch. Because whenever you want to learn a new skill, it is very important that you forget whatever you have learned till now. At that point of time, you just need to forget it. Just don't think about it unless and until you believe that your old learnings were very, very good, that they have helped you out a lot. So now it is no time to change that belief, so you don't have to do it again. But yeah, once a new skill that you haven't heard about before, or you have basic knowledge about it with basic beliefs or conceptions about that particular skills, what you need to do is forget all of them. Go blank minded whenever you are entering a new class or trying to learn a new skill. Do it from scratch, and at times it may feel very interesting to continue with the skill, but there will be days when you don't want to continue learning or practicing it like you used to before, like you used to do before at the start when you just started learning the skills. So yeah, approach should be clear. Go with blank minded, keep practicing it again and again, do your homeworks daily, and never lose the hold of that particular skill. You can simply take a gap of 1 or 2 days, but not more than that, which also you should avoid at all cost. So there are circumstances when you are not able to learn that or show up to the class for that particular skill, but yeah, you have to come back. You can't increase the losing streak of days when you have not shown up. Yeah, it is always better to come back and start doing it again. Okay, like similar to the what I have been doing now, I have been practicing my impromptu speech, but there were few days in between where I couldn't do it and couldn't restart it because I was occupied in other tasks. Nevertheless, I came back and started doing it again. Okay, next topic is, how do you prioritize tasks when everything feels urgent? Okay, what I do is I simply write down each and every information on a piece of paper, each and every task that I have on the table, and accordingly I divide them into which is very, very urgent, which is important and urgent, which is urgent but not that important, but yeah, still urgent. And there would be some tasks which are important, but yeah, they could wait for a day or two, which I can pick up the next day. So I'll simply prioritize doing the tasks which are both urgent as well as important for the day. I close them, then I will jump on to the urgent tasks which were not so important, but yeah, they were urgent. Then I'll work on that area accordingly. I'll do it, I'll follow the same thing again and again, and there will be a point in time in my life where I am so organized with my work that there is no task which I have not planned for, and yeah, accordingly actions will be taken. Okay, moving on to the next phrase. I think it would be the last one for today because I have spoken a lot on the starting two or three topics a lot. How do you build trust with colleagues and clients? You know, I believe that making trust is very important with your colleagues and clients, and the best approach to making a trust is do what you say them that you would do, or win their hearts by believing in them and keeping their secrets. Or when you talk about colleagues, you have to keep their secrets. You can't just talk about them in front of anyone else, use their vulnerability in front of anyone else. You just have to keep that in mind, that you take care of that particular part. And when I started this speech, I said the best approach is do what you say you would do. It means if you have promised a colleague or client something, you have to complete that promise. You have to show them that yeah, you care about them, that you care about the words you said before, and you're the man of your words. So that would definitely increase the trust. And of course, work wise, what you have to do is the data that you share, it has to be perfect. Even though you have to check it again and again from different aspects, you have to do it again and again. You can do it, you must do it. Okay, I think that is all for today. Let's pick up one more topic. I think this was not that great, which I spoke about. It's been just 1 minute that I spoke about this topic. So, yeah, let's pick up one last one. Describe a mentor who has shaped your professional growth. Hmm. Professional growth, I think I have seen a lot of people and I learn from them. Talking about my current company, there are three or four people who I work with directly who are my seniors, and there is a positive aspect in each one of them, and I learn that. I learn how to deal with your juniors. I learn the leadership, very important leadership lessons. Instead of taking on the classes or watching videos, I am seeing this by example. I am living under great leaders so that I can learn from them, and it is actually happening, and it is shaping up my professional career. But the one core element which I have learned, which is the best core element in my life of professional journey, is from one of my friend in HCL Technologies, who was also my manager during my last days. It was Avinash Unnam. He's still working there, yeah. But yeah, I have learned from him is you don't have to depend, you can't depend on others for information or understanding or knowledge, first you have to do your own research and do or reach to a point as much as possible for you as a newcomer to understand or reach to that point. It is your responsibility to do that. So yeah, that is the one thing which I have learned from him, that do your research, go do your homework, and just don't rely on others. Out of 100 questions, you will realize that 60% or 70% questions you were able to answer yourself because they were simply on the face of the thing that you were trying to run away from. So you just have to open that thing and start working on it, open that Excel file and start working on it. You will eventually learn a lot of stuff by yourself. And once you have that base knowledge and you want to get into deeper knowledge, you just need to reach out to the seniors who would be happy to share some part of their important time to make you understand things, so that it is going to make their job easier anyway. So they did not have to spend a lot of time with you on the things which are very basic, because you have already taken care of those stuff. So yeah, I believe that is all for